I'm going to just briefly talk about this one because I've already said some things about it. This one really feels scary, let me just say. How do you talk? Okay, we're going to stop distancing ourselves from whiteness. This is going to feel pretty scary. How do you talk to little children and elementary school children about this? I mean, it's hard to talk to college students about this too, but it's really tricky to figure out how do you talk to a 4-year-old about this? 4 or 5-year-olds, they understand race. They're starting to pick it up. They're starting to see it. How do we talk with them about this? I'll just briefly mention another study that was done in UT Austin. This is a study of 100 families. Austin is notorious for being extremely priding itself on being very liberal, very left, very much welcoming of diversity, of multiculturalism. And so there was a study done there, and 100 families were recruited. And it wasn't one of those trick studies by social scientists where you think you're doing one thing and they're really studying something else. It wasn't one of those. They were openly sort of saying, we need 100 families, white families, and some are going to have a video and some are not, and you're going to have conversations with your kids about race and whiteness, and we're going to see how that affects 5 to 7-year-olds' racial attitudes. And so every family signed up, was recruited and signed up, knowing up front, this is what the study is, this is what it's going to do. And in the end, 6 families completed the study. 94 of them dropped out. And again, it wasn't that they got tricked, like, hey, wait a minute, I thought we were going to talk about, I don't know, playground equipment, and you now want us to talk about whiteness. No, they knew up front that this was going to, and they couldn't do it. They're like, we don't want to have these conversations with our child. We don't want to point out skin color. And they just didn't know what to say to their kids. They didn't want they didn't want the wrong thing coming out of the mouth of their kids. Because their kids you might be in the grocery store, and your kid all of a sudden says something, or points to someone and asks about their hair, or asks why is their skin color different than mine, and they start saying things, and then you as the white parent are like, oh my gosh, what do we do? Do we have this conversation in the middle? Did something racist just happen? I can't have my family look like we're racist. And so you kind of shush the kid. I mean, parenting in a colorblind way is extremely tempting. It's extremely tempting. And then kids begin to learn, oh wait, you don't talk about these things. They don't disappear. They're still functioning, and it's interesting to read some of the things. There's a few of these in the book. You can read and hear what kids will say, and they are noticing things and coming up with ideas, but they also are picking up, wait a minute, Mom doesn't like it when we talk about this, or Grandma doesn't like it when we talk about this. And so they're learning how to be silent about something very powerful that they see moving around and affecting adult relationships. So it's very tempting, though, because you don't know what's going to come out of the mouth of kids when they're trying to figure this world out, and how does race fit into it.